Up for a minute? We gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Hey, welcome back, subscribers, and to those new people stopping by for the first time, hey, you know what? Of course, welcome to you guys too. If you're new to this channel or just stopping by, I'm going to put a link right up there on the introduction to what I'm going to be doing in this session and all of my other sessions within this Trip 3. And it'll give you a breakdown of the reasons why I came up with this, and my thoughts about the game that are personal. But it's just my evaluation of the game. And my final conclusion out of all of my testing that came up with this strategy is one must keep it simple. All right? Everybody asks me, hey, 10 minutes, why don't you press? And I'm like, no. And this kind of resorts back to my past experience when, in all honesty, I really wasn't doing that well at the casinos playing craps. It was probably about, maybe 5 or 6 years ago that I really wasn't doing that well. And I'll be honest, I lost a good portion of money. But it's okay, because from the information that I learned along the way, I was able to come up with something, again, that's very, very, very simple, that anybody can do, and that is profitable. And again, in conclusion, it all comes down to keeping it simple. The solutions in life are sometimes very simple. Anyway, so that's why I don't press. And a lot of people press because they're hoping for that long roll. And everybody hopes for that long roll. Now, pressing could be a very good idea for an experienced dice setter. And if I come across a person that can prove themselves as a good dice setter, then I will vary things up, and occasionally I will go ahead and press, depending on what I've seen in the shooter. And generally what I do when looking for a dice setter is looking for somebody that has a nice throw, that hits a pocket with a nice lob every time consistently. And that's kind of how I evaluate it. So anyway, without me getting too much into all of that, let's go ahead and start a session. I do want to continue on with my thoughts of the previous video, and that is on the come out roll at that second tier, placing a field bet. And I hope I remember to do that. I'm one of those people that go to a restaurant and order the same thing every time just because I like it on a menu. So changes for me are sometimes difficult to remember, but I will try to do that in this session, and we'll take it from there. Anyway, join me at the casino and look over my shoulder, and let's see what I can do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end it right there with a $98 profit. I think I started this session with, I think it was 705 bucks. We'll call it 705. I can't remember. It's close to that. I can't remember. It was a couple days ago I did that video. Anyway, so I'm going to call it $800. We're up, and at this point, yay! I've successfully secured my whole entire bankroll. Now, the original bankroll for this was $500. So now that I'm up $300, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, deposit that $500 into my gambling bank account. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be okay because consistently over all of my trips and all of my testing that I've done, starting off with my $1,000 challenge and so on and so forth, I've never burned into or gone into that second bankroll. I take that back. On one occasion, I did have to dip into that second bankroll. I think it was only about $20. Yeah, because I was already up at, I can't remember. Anyway, so that'll give me $300, and let's see if I can start over with that and continue to build it up. My next goal is going to be to secure the expense of my trip. Okay, so my bankroll secured. Second one is going to be my trip expenses, and generally that's going to come out to be about $350 roughly, depending on where I'm staying for a 3-day trip, and that includes plane tickets and everything like that. So I'm going to bring this one to a close. I hope you guys, most importantly, are going to test this very simple strategy that doesn't get too much into any of the other bells and whistles over here, or pressing and taking, or the come and don't come. And what's nice about this strategy, again, in case you're new to craps, is you have the ability to turn off the bets. If for whatever reason your gut feeling is saying, ouch, you know what, it's been a long roll, and I want to kind of secure that lower level as much as I can, you can turn it off. You can actually down your bets and walk away. So that's something to consider with this strategy. And with that in mind, again, I think we're up, we'll call it $800. And I'm going to bring this to a close. I wish you guys a great day, a better weekend, a really good weekend, and Chokti Kop, which is Thai for best of luck to you. Hey, you guys take it easy now.